Hi, this is an extremely impromptu vlog, but I literally am so anxious right now. Today is my 10-year high school reunion. So that's a lot. How did I get this old? How did this happen to me? And I have a lot of thoughts. So I'm gonna come in with 10 things I've learned in 10 years while I get ready for work. I'm gonna be late for work. I don't care. No, I won't. Anyway, here's 10 things I've learned in 10 years. Lesson 1. Outside of your education, high school is irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Like, you might stay friends with a few people, but like nothing that happens in those 4 years pretty much matters. Like, at all. Do your homework. Lesson 2 is that it's way easier to be yourself when you're not self-aware. When you're in high school and younger, you're not quite as self-aware, money's not involved, you're not trying to, well, you might be trying to impress people, but I feel like not in the same way that you try to impress people when you're an adult. I find in my later 20s, it's easier to start being myself again, but there was definitely a point in my life where it was very, very hard for me to be myself. So it's something to work through, being self-aware, but still being okay with being who you are and not trying to hide the fun parts of you. That's definitely been a challenge over the past 10 years, for sure, for me. It's something I finally feel like I'm starting to be myself again for the first time in a long time. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is kind of a stupid one, but if I could go back in time 10 years ago and like beg and plead with myself on this one, I would. But having a skincare routine is important. It is important, okay? First of all, I still have like hormonal and cystic acne. I still get it all the time. So it's not something that just everybody grows out of. A lot of people do grow out of acne. And you know what? God has favorites, it's clear. But I was not one of those people that was lucky enough to grow out of my acne. And honestly, pretty much only since I've started vlogging, since I'm on camera, I try to care a lot more about my skin. And around my wedding, I also cared a lot about my skin. But I do notice that when I slack on that, my skin just gets so dry and patchy, and the dryness causes more acne. So yeah, learning that a good skincare routine isn't just some like luxury type of, well, I mean, honestly, in this economy, a good skincare routine can be kind of luxury, but genuinely, I found that like cheaper products like CeraVe work better anyway. So you don't even need to have a luxury skincare routine to have something that's gonna help your skin and just, you know, not make me feel like an overly oily, overly dry, flaky individual. So skincare routines are important. That was another lesson I learned. Okay, lesson 4 sucks. Lesson 4 is the worst. Oh god, I've knocked something over. For today's eyeshadow, I'm using Morphe's Sweet Oasis palette, as per usual every day of my life, in the exact same color. I bet you can't guess which one. Oh, is it the only one I've hit pan on? Yes, it is. Anyway, lesson 4 is that you're gonna lose friends. And sometimes it's your fault. It sucks, but you're not gonna stay friends with everyone you were friends with in high school. Sometimes it's just from losing touch, and sometimes genuinely it's because of something you've done, whether you know it's something you've done, whether it's not, and nobody owes you an explanation. It would be nice, but genuinely no one owes you an explanation, and it sucks. Some people just walk out of your life and you never see them again. Sometimes you walk out of somebody's life and you never see them again. But at the end of lesson 4 of You're Gonna Lose Friends comes lesson 5. You will know who your real friends are. So it's no secret that this last year has been like probably one of the hardest years of my life. Literally from like today. Today's June 4th. My grandfather died a year ago today. I'm gonna celebrate that by going to my 10-year high school reunion. Anyway, the last 12 months, first of all, feel like they've gone by in about 3 to 4 weeks. I tried to move, it did not work. I went through it this year. And I definitely, in that 12 months, learned who was truly there for me and who I can genuinely lean on and who I can't necessarily lean on when I am in distress, which is an important lesson to learn. And it kind of also leads into not every single friend you have is gonna be like this like soulmate bond who is gonna be there for you all the time. Sometimes friends are more casual than you think they are. But yeah, lesson 5 is you'll learn who your real friends are and the friends that you want to keep boundaries with. Friendship is weird. I've learned that in 10 years. Okay, this is as good as the hair and makeup is gonna get for work today, because I'm gonna be getting ready for my reunion at the barber shop, so I'm keeping this simple so I can make it look, I don't know, somewhat better tonight. I'm not trying to get super fancy tonight. These people have known me since I was 5. I can't hide anything from them that they don't already see deep down. So, no use in trying to pretend I'm somebody I'm not tonight, right? Like I said, being yourself gets easier when you're in your later 20s. I promise. Okay, lesson 6, now that I'm at work and hiding out in a back room. Lesson 6 that I've learned is that finding happiness where you are takes a lot of mental work, and I'm really glad, looking back in my life, that I stuck with hair and found the niche in barbering that I did. So, you know, like, even though it's totally good to like work on your career and try to like, you know, better yourself, but if you are doing it because you are convinced you're going to be happier, I'll finally be happy if I get this job, I'll finally be happy if I move to this job or get this promotion, you're never gonna find happiness. You have to find it where you are. And I'm very lucky to have found it where I am here. But yeah, so that's lesson number 6. What's really ironic is that the last lesson that I forgot what I was going to say was communication. Lesson 7, communication is going to be one of the hardest skills you're ever going to learn. And it's like ridiculous, right? Because we communicate every day. But think about it. How many times do you have miscommunications a day? Just little ones, big ones. How many times do you have miscommunications with your friends, your significant other, your parents? We miscommunicate all the time. And I feel like too many adults have too much like pride in admitting that they've miscommunicated or that they've misunderstood someone as well. So a lesson that I've learned through therapy, and my husband actually is somebody that's pushed me to get better at communication so we can like work through things, and I really admire him for that. But through the last 10 years, communication is something I've tried to work on, and I feel like I've made a lot of progress, but I know I can make more progress. So communication is key, and it's a very hard skill to learn, but that is something I've tried to learn in the last 10 years. Lesson 8 is that your hair is never, ever, ever, ever gonna do what you want it to do on an important occasion unless you pay somebody else to do it. And that's just fact. Whether it's a high school reunion or your wedding, my hair would look a lot better if someone else had done it. Dumb lesson, but one I still never seem to learn regardless. Here I am fighting with my hair. Anyway, more lessons to go. Lesson number 9 is you can never, ever, ever count on the weather, ever. It will always disappoint you. Okay, the real lesson 9 is to eat before you go drink, because I'm way more drunk than I should be for having 1.5 ciders. So definitely haven't learned, actually. That's a lesson you can learn that I haven't learned. Eat before you drink, because in 10 years, I have not learned that. Do better than me. All right, I'm back home with lesson 10. And lesson 10 is don't let fear control your life. Don't let anxiety stop you from doing things. I have lost sleep over this reunion. I've been totally freaked out by it, totally anxious to go, but something in me just told me I should go. And as crazy as it was, and as weird as it felt to be there, I'm glad I went. I had a good time. I chatted with people that I didn't really talk to that much in high school, but we kind of ran in similar crowds, so it was just nice to catch up and nice to hear about high school from other people and just drink and have a good time. And I'm glad I went. If my anxiety would have gotten the best of me, I wouldn't have gone. So lesson 10, don't let anxiety get in the way of you experiencing life. But yeah, so that is gonna be 10 lessons I've learned in 10 years. I had a good time. It was a weird time. It was a very interesting, weird evening. But I'm glad I went. And yeah, I'm very, very tired now, and I still work in the morning tomorrow. So I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. That was 10 things I've learned in the last 10 years. Some of them were more, emotional than others or hard hitting, but I just wanted to make a quick little video today about my 10-year reunion because I was feeling sentimental, and making this video helped me feel a little less anxious. So thank you for coming on this journey today of kind of waking up in the morning super anxious about this event to me now being home after the event, sharing these 10 lessons that I learned with you in the last 10 years. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Unusually Horrid out. Okay, bye!